week ago, I made a community post on my old YouTube channels. I had two channels, a lot of subscribers. I mean, at least for me, I had like 450 subscribers on one, 380 on the other channel. For me, that's a lot of friends, okay? So I make a community post, and I just explained how I was like abused by Bulgarians, by my own people, right? And I say, when we had a little outbreak and the town was closed, the town exits, you could, if you wanted to go spend a day in nature, you had to like print out a document to fill in that you work outside of town, so you can leave town. I work in a factory outside of town. That's my reason for wanting to leave town. Right, so anytime you want to exit the town, you gotta give a document. So, I mean, I think it was like pretty easy to lie. But you had to print out this document, and obviously nobody really has a printer. So I see this random insurance place, car insurance, office, and I step inside, and I ask this woman. I ask her very nicely. I'm like, can you print me a document? I will pay you. Can you help me? She stands up. She says, "Oh, please, no. Oh, please, no," and just puts the door in my face. It doesn't like, "No, I'm sorry, I can't," doesn't like, "No, I'm sorry, we can't do that." It's just like, "Oh no," and just comes and just puts the door in your face. Okay, that's Bulgarians. Okay, that's Bulgarians. What can you say? Fuck them. What more can you say? This is just a small moment of the countless times that they have tried to kill me, road rage, get in a fight with me. That's, oh boy. So we gotta be careful on YouTube. We gotta be careful what we say on YouTube. Because I said this, and I talked about this moment, and I'm like, stay away from them. The most horrible people ever. And I said some mean things. I said, that I hope that, how do we say it on YouTube? That they don't have children, stuff like that. So, immediately, because I posted that community post on both my channels, community strike. On both channels, community strike, okay? And I was doing pretty good. I had only one strike on both channels, which was about to expire. I could already upload videos. But these old strikes were about to expire. My channels were gonna be like super cool. No strikes. They immediately give me like a second strike on both channels. Can't upload videos for 2 weeks on both channels. How about that? And like, dude, I just explained how horrible these scumbags are that I live next to. I mean, in the country. And just because I said that I hope that they don't have children, you're gonna give me a community strike on both channels. And since when is the community post enough to give me a cut? That's supposed to be for videos. Now all of a sudden, if they decide something is hate speech in a post, community strike. Now, 2 community strikes on both channels. You can upload videos for 14 days, for 2 weeks on both channels. Gotta make a 3rd channel. What happens? Next, the animal abusing freak Jason Block, who bragged about killing cats when he was younger, gives me 3 copyright claims. YouTube decides to delete my channel. Just like, no, everything is deleted, you know, fuck you, buddy. That's okay. I got everything safe. We'll take care of Jason Baja. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Okay? We'll take care of him. Yes. You know, Jason Baja threw his dog in the garbage bin, bragged about killing cats, tried to entrap a woman to live with him, and if you talk about it, if you show any footage of him, he can copyright claim you. YouTube is gonna side with him. So, if you talk about Jason Baja, if you say that you hope he doesn't have children, that, you know, you hope he goes in the ground, that he dies, YouTube is gonna immediately give you a whole strike. Even if you say it in a post, they're gonna be like, guess what? You can upload videos for 14 days now. You're that close to deleting your channel. Right? And very funny. Very funny. So you can be abused, you can be raped, but if you say something, YouTube is like, no, this is a positivity only zone. We don't care that you were raped. We don't care that you were abused. We're gonna silence you. We're gonna punish you. We're gonna delete you. It's cool that you were raped. Now we're going to delete your channel. Right? You know that Indian woman that was raped 2 times in one day. First she was raped, then she went to the police, and the policeman raped her. So if she comes on YouTube, she's like, my name is, you know, Miranda, I don't know. And, you know, I can't stand these Indian people. They raped me twice. I hope to never see them again. I, you know, hope that they don't have children ever again. YouTube is going to delete her. They're going to be, hate speech. Nobody cares that you got raped 2 times. Hate speech, right? Hate speech, you did a hate speech. Nobody cares that they tried to kill you, that, you know, these people, you know. So, speak no evil, hear no evil, you know. Millions of rapes in Europe in the past 10 years, 15 years more like it. Sweden declared that the capital of rape. Sweden and then France and Germany, the capitals of rape. Okay? Every 5th woman raped. Okay? If any of these women, anybody talks about this, you know, these refugees are dangerous, you know, they are clearly fighting military-age men. They are not looking to work, they are looking to form gangs. If you talk about it, hate speech. Very funny. Very funny. You know, what do you do at this point? Well, you start summoning demons and cursing people. Basically, that's what you do, if you want to know. But anyway, to get back on the subject, how do we say this? I find that it's very easy for me to actually win the game. It's very easy. All you do is You say what has been done to you. You say what has been done to you. And you say, you know, and people hear, they're like, oh shit, I better stay away from Bulgarians. You don't need to say that you hope horrible things happen to them and you hope, you know, that you hope they stop existing or something. You don't need to say it. Okay, I mean, what you need to do is just get the news article when something happened. I post you the news article and I'm like, hey, look at this, look what Bulgarians did. And you read and you do the calculations. So the calculations, country of 6 million people. A country of 6 million people, every day they're killing each other, they're crashing, they're you know, abusing animals. And that's so often, every day, something fucked up for 6 million people. That's concentrated. What is going on in here, you know? You expect to hear like a story about animal abuse in a country of 100 million people, you know. But when it's only 6 million people and there's like every day, it's like a woman was killed, a woman was beaten, an animal was killed. You start to think like these people, something is very wrong. Something is very wrong. And contrary to popular belief, most people can't evolve, most people can't change. They are just, you know, useless eaters. Okay? Just like the rich call them. Not that the rich are any better, they're the same type of pieces of shit, but yeah, most people are just, you know, if you give them chicken, you will be wasting the chicken meat. Okay? So where were we? What I'm talking about is there is no hope there. There's no like you're trying to be positive. Many people make the mistake that I'm gonna try to be positive. Okay? You can be positive when you accept that these people are, they would kill you any way they can. They would ruin your day any way they can. They exist to get in your way. Okay? Their grandparents were shit. They were shit. Now their children are driving around scooters fast on the sidewalk. So they're also shit. Okay? If you inconvenience them in any little way, they're ready to like raise their voice, get in a fight, but it's okay if they pass next to you super fast on a scooter. It's okay. Who cares if they crash into you? Who cares about you, right? Just let them kill dogs and cats forever. I mean, Bulgarians, they just need to. They just need to, right? So what you can do is accept that you see one of them, it's like, no, run away. I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to help you, I just don't want you getting near me. I don't want you getting near me because anything that you can say is going to somehow annoy me, insult me, piss me off. Your arrogance, your stupidity, okay? And you're going to ruin my day. If I allow you to come talk to me, I just know you'll ruin my day, okay? So, what you do is, you stay away from them, and you make it so they don't approach you, they don't try to talk to you, you just fucking stay away and become unapproachable, okay? It gets to a point where If somebody tries talking to you on the street, you start coughing, you say, "Stay away from me, I'm contagious." And you just go away. You know, "I'm contagious," and you just go away, okay? And what you do is you start showing people how they are. Evil can only be stopped when it's exposed. When people are like, "Oh, no, 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 no. Reputation ruined? Aye. We had enough? No, thank you. No, thank you." And you close the door in their face. You walk, and you close the door in the Bulgarian's face. They would close the door in your face. I mean, they certainly close the door in my face, so, you know. And trust me, we're not talking about, "Oh, Kirill is autistic, he got angry because once upon a time a woman closed the door in his face." No, 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 no. Countless times did I have to get into fights? That they have tried to road rage and kill me on the road, on the highway. Okay? They have tried to fuck with me, they have tried to kill me, they have tried to get me fired. Okay? It's like, you know me. You know me, you know that I'm always like giving you advice, I'm always like trying to be happy, tell you something positive, teach you something, you know. If we're working together, I mean, especially if you're a woman, I'm gonna be like a fucking sunshine bear, okay? And Bulgarians would still just, how can we crush someone? How can we bully? How can we abuse someone? You know, they're waiting. How can we bust your balls? How can we abuse you? When you become too big, when you become a little too muscular, now it's like hard. Now it's like, oh shit, this guy can beat me up. You know, I can abuse him, I gotta be careful. Any job that I've ever had, I had to deal with someone hating me. It's always a Bulgarian. On the last job, the only other Bulgarian in the Croatian company did not stop trying to like write in all caps and trying to bust my balls, trying to like raise his voice on a phone call, and that's like over nothing. Okay, trying to bust my balls. I told him to fuck off. He tries like to fuck with me with the manager. I tell the manager, like, I actually didn't tell her anything. I ghosted them. 2 months. I could barely last 2 months with a single Bulgarian being a problem. There was no mention. There was no stopping. There was just not like just keep working. You know, we don't have to even talk to each other. Let's just do our jobs. You know. No, bro, he's gonna get me fired. No, bro, he's gonna get me fired. Bulgarians. Every job, in high school, in middle school, in high school, always gotta fight with someone. Someone has a problem, wants to fight with me. No reason. Hey, kid, you wear glasses? I wanna bully you. Okay, that's your fucking Eastern Europe. Okay? Women. Some fucking girl assaults me twice in high school, pushes me on the stairs. Do you understand? Girls are trying to kill you, okay? Don't even get me started on Bulgarian. They had 28 years. The Bulgarian women had 28 years. I had to get found and married by a Western woman. I am married to a Western woman. Bulgarian women, they had 28 years. And you know, a friend from Discord, he found an old photo of me when I was like 21. He's like, man, this guy used to look great. And it's like, yeah, I didn't have a double chin, but I wasn't muscular. I was like, you know, skinny fat. I just looked a little younger. I didn't have a double chin. I mean, yeah, I looked good. And yeah, Bulgarian women, they would go date some bald guy, some shaved head, you know, whatever. You know, obviously I had more hair than I have now. I had more hair. I didn't have a double chin, yes. Now, yeah, sure, I have a somewhat of a double chin, but I have a lot more muscle mass, and I gotta tell you, for me, I'm the best shape in my life, okay? Even if I was still skinny fat. I was like, I don't know. I guess I was skinnier, but I had like literally no muscles. So I'm still like myself now better, okay? Apart from the double chin and that little like weird bald spot on the back, I am fucking feeling young, bro. Anyway. And now that I'm married, I see Bulgarian women looking at me on the park. And I'm not talking about when a woman passes and sees me work out. That's just like a normal to see somebody doing something, you just turn around when you pass. That's normal. But you know, sometimes I would see them like a woman sitting and she's like looking at me. And it's like, I'm sorry that your husband doesn't work out. I'm sorry that your husband doesn't take care of himself. You know, he's some fatter than me, skinnier than me, schmuck that watches soccer all day. And he beats you, he doesn't cook, you know, he doesn't give you massages. I'm sorry. You just don't deserve me, okay? I'm sorry. Let me tell you the difference between the Bulgarian woman and the Western woman. When you learn to do massages so you can, you know, massage your wife, the Western woman will be like, you know, amazing, I love you, I'm so lucky, you know. The Bulgarian woman, she will be back to calling you an idiot 1 minute later when you forget to put the toilet seat down. You know, she's not even gonna say thanks, she's not even gonna say I love you, just like, okay, we're done. She doesn't even give a shit. That's Bulgarian women, okay? I've already told you the story about the weebu Bulgarian girl with the big tits, the blonde that was like into Korean men, and she had this Chad French guy boyfriend who was cooking and cleaning, and she kept insulting him, screaming at him, calling him an idiot. Okay, and he just like cocked and go, I wanna break from our relationship. He like escaped. Okay, he ran away. Okay, let me give you an example. Okay, because you've been listening to me talk for 25 minutes, so you listen to me for 25 minutes, right? You want to get something out of it. You want to be like, hey, I learned something, you know, I'm glad I listened to Kirill for 25 minutes, so let me give you something. So the lesson is, stay away from these people that I'm talking about. Stay away, okay? I am not kidding. I'm not just talking shit. If you see them on the street, if you learn like this guy is Bulgarian, this woman is Bulgarian, turn around and leave. Turn around and fucking leave. Okay? If they bring a Bulgarian at work, get them fired. Stay away from them. Lie to HR. Just no. Just no. Okay? It's absolutely clear that if I had to work at my last job with a black person, it would have went better. Okay? Do you understand me? No, I'm not saying like that there's no bad apples. Okay, but like so I was like a senior designer. If I had to work with a black guy, I don't know, CRM manager, whatever, even if we have a misunderstanding about something, like he wouldn't spend time trying to fuck with me. He would be like one time it happened, like we argued about something, you know, via chat or whatever, and they'll be like, yeah, forget about it. We're just gonna keep working. But he's not gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna keep fucking with that guy. I'm gonna get him fired. Okay, so we are at that point. Do you understand me? Bulgaria was enslaved and slaughtered by the radical Islamist Ottomans for 500 years. Do you understand? 500 years of slavery. We were forced to convert and slaughtered and raped. Okay? Our children were taken away to be brainwashed to be janissaries. That is a historical fact. Okay? Okay? And after all of this slaughter, after millions of us were killed for 500 years, today we are running over each other, driving drunk, trying to fuck with each other, running loud music, trying to, you know, just any way we can to just total war on each other. You go outside and we hate each other. Okay, we are enemy combatants on the street. You drive a car and before you know it, because you honked at someone once, he's driving behind you, he's waving, he's ready to kill you, you know, it's like, we are at war, we are in Iraq. We're at war, we are enemy combatants, to the death. We are at that point where some guy was driving. He's near a he's nearing a sidewalk. The boomer passing stops in the middle of the road and flashes a gun that he has some gas pistol, some fake gun on his waist. So, you know, you're telling me you gotta stop your car or I'm gonna shoot you, I have a gun. That's Bulgarians, okay? That's your boomers. I am not feeding them. I'm not paying for their healthcare. I'm not paying for their pension, okay? I'm not paying, okay? When you see that shit, you should be like, oh, wow, that's how it's gonna be. You should be heading for the mountains. When you see that shit, you're like, oh, wow, that's how it's gonna be? Holy crap. So you're walking around and you get off on stopping in the middle of the sidewalk where the cars are trying to pass, and you stop and you flash your gas pistol to like to make the drivers cuck, right? I'm gonna make you afraid of me, dude. You better stop. Okay. Meanwhile, you know, you're doing something cool. Maybe you're doing, I don't know, experiments. Maybe you're doing something cool, climbing Everest. I don't know, right? So I'm writing a book on psychology. I make all these cool videos for you, you know, philosophy, psychology, workouts, cool stuff, doing stuff, you know. So you can be some guy working on a cure for cancer. You can be some guy working on free energy in his garage or doing experiments. You can be some guy doing cool shit. You can be the next world champion of some sport, right? Or in my case, you know, psychology book, trying to change people's lives. And I'm like drinking green tea, you know, and I have some iced green tea for the nootropic effects, actually, in the afternoon. And, you know, I can't even talk anymore. I've been coughing for the past 30 minutes. I've been coughing. I puked. I threw up, okay? I just cut it, so you can't hear it on the video. I had to cut this video 20 times, okay? Just to cut out all the coughing and the choking. I can't even talk. Well, what is this curse, bro? What is happening, okay? Morning mucus. That's what happens when you don't have a nose tonsil and you live one of the dirtiest countries. This is the India of Europe, okay? And that's with me having an air purifier, okay? So, what was it? Yeah. So I drink my green tea and and you go outside and like these people are just walking around. Who can I intimidate? Who can I square off to? We're all cowboys. I'm gonna flash my gun at you. We're gonna have a standoff. We're gonna intimidate each other. So you constantly have to have a knife or at minimum a knuckle duster, okay? And you have to be muscular and big, okay? You gotta be a big guy. You actually have to wear shoes with like lifts. You gotta wear manlet shoes, okay? And it gets tiring. It gets tiring, okay? Even if you're the biggest guy, even if you're like a fucking 6'5" Jack Reacher MMA scary guy with tattoos, it gets tiring of people trying to fuck with you. It gets tiring. So when you see that shit, when you see that Bulgarians, boomers would try to fuck with you, try to intimidate you with a fake gun, they would stop in the middle of the road. Even though you're driving slow, you're slowing down, they would stop to try to like break your balls, you know, like hazing. You go outside, they're gonna try to haze you, okay? But when they see a gypsy, when they see a crazy guy, they get intimidated. They don't try that shit on him. They don't try to speak up to a gypsy because they are cowards. Because they are cowards, okay? You're not gonna go say some shit to a gypsy. You're gonna come say some shit to me, the friendly guy working on his car, okay? I'm standing minding my own business. You're gonna come say some shit to me. You're gonna find some shit to argue about. You're not gonna go talk to the gypsy because they're fucking cowards. Okay, so you gotta act mentally ill. You gotta get like a knife and you start talking to him incomprehensible. You gotta stop. You gotta start talking incomprehensible. Waving a knife, well, like you're insane, just so they can go away. Okay. Okay. So I can't even like I just can't. So here's what we're gonna do. From now on, I'm gonna post in my community posts what has happened in Bulgaria, articles. I'm gonna be like, this is how Bulgarians are they're doing. Okay? I don't need to say anything hateful. You just read. You just know about them. So when I play a city builder game, when I play Pharaoh, okay, you have these requests, you have these traits where it's like, the Kingdom of Arabia wants 12 blocks of granite in 12 months. So if you fulfill this request, it's like your kingdom rating has gone up. If you fail to deliver what the other city wants, it's like your kingdom rating has gone down. People think you are unreliable. People think you're shit. Okay, so you gotta, in this game, your kingdom gotta make name for itself. The same way, when a bunch of people keep acting vicious, like sick animals, okay? And they keep acting vicious, and you keep reading on the news about how they torture and kill animals for fun. They shoot animals and say, hey there, young man, would you like to do parkour or climb Mount Everest, compete in some sport, become, do something? No, I want to shoot animals. I want to shoot animals with a PCP rifle. That's Bulgarians, okay? I want to blast wild music, and I want to drive drunk, and I want to kill animals, and I want to beat women. That's Bulgarians, okay? So from now on, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you so you can learn. You can know about them. That's my wife's mission. The mission of my wife. Make people know about Bulgarians, okay? Because I was abused for 37 years. Who's gonna fix that? Who's gonna punish them? Where's the karma? Where is the karma? Okay? What was I talking about? Yeah, karma. When you were abused 37 years from these scumbags, where is the karma? Nobody ever called me to say I'm sorry. Nobody ever went to say, hey, Kirill, I was an asshole to you. I'm sorry. Nobody. Not one of them is like regretful of their actions. I regret that I was being an asshole. No. They would spit on you. They would say, yeah, and I'll do it again. They will spit on you. And that's how they are. Like, I'm not trying to be negative. That's just how they are. Okay? There's a reason everybody wants to live in America. Nobody wants to live in Eastern Europe. There is a reason. A reason. There's a reason where if you're in America, if you go to, any type of service is going to be good. If you go for any type of service in Bulgaria, you're going to get scammed somehow or maybe killed. The air conditioning guys that come to install the air conditioner, they stole my measuring tape. They try to Jew me any way they can to upsell me. Everything costs money. You want 2 meters wire? It costs money. Everything costs money. And they stole my measuring tape. And then I learned that if you want them to come once a year to clean the air conditioner, they're going to charge you 40 euro. $40, 40 euro for you to check and clean it with I have the spray at home. Here it is. I have the spray at home. Thank you very much. Anyway. So karma has to be me telling you, like, watch out for them. Watch out for these assholes. Okay? Don't let them befriend you. Don't marry them. Don't get close to them. Okay? Don't let them get close to you. Okay? So, next time you see... okay, first of all, if you're a woman, if you're a female fan of this channel, if you marry a Bulgarian, he would beat you. I'm not joking. He would beat you. I'm not joking. So I don't even need to tell you. I'm just telling you how it is. if you're a male fan of this channel, if you're a guy watching this right now, listening to me, if you see like some Bulgarian woman trying to flirt with you, I rather you go to the darkest Nubian princess you can find and go have your race mixed children. I would rather you do that, okay? You would be better off, trust me. You go get your Egyptian, Nubian, Ethiopian princess. She will treat you better, okay? And you'll be better off. You're gonna have a beautiful Dwayne Johnson baby. All right. So, hope you learned something today. Like, subscribe, comment, guys. Help out the channel, okay? And together we can learn to get our revenge